Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on the book of Clarence. Uh, Basically, it's kind of like The Life of Brian, only it's a guy named Clarence. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Look, this is, I love The Life of Brian. It's a funny movie because the guys who wrote it, the Monty Python guys, really knew the material. This is, it looks okay. It doesn't look bad. It just, it doesn't look that funny. It basically is about a guy who sees Jesus and decides, I'm going to be like him and make a bunch of money, I guess. And then he does. So, but it doesn't feel like a comedy enough. It feels a little bit like a comedy, like they play the song I Would Die For You. That's funny. I think there's a dance number in this. But it feels like, they got a lot of names in it. The cast looks fine. Written and directed by James Samuel. Exclusively in theaters in 2024. I don't know. It could be really funny. I mean, it could be like The Life of Brian, but with a different twist. He's a total scam artist. Brian didn't want to be the Messiah. He just falls into it because everybody around him is so stupid. In this, I could see the pitch. I mean, this is kind of funny. He claims to cure this guy, but I guess he's still blind because of his eyes. I don't know. I mean, they have a shot when he first starts, and not a lot of people show up, and there's a goat herder with a goat. From the writer and director of The Harder They Fall. That's not a comedy movie, I don't think. I don't know. It just doesn't look that funny. Is it supposed to? I'm not sure it's supposed to be a comedy. It feels like one of these comedies they did sort of like a soft comedy. Like, oh, it's kind of funny. I mean, are we supposed to take it seriously? The cast is mostly black. I don't know what the population demo was in Jerusalem at that time. I don't think it was very high in terms of black people. So it's not historically accurate, I don't think. But that doesn't matter if it's a comedy. It can be. I mean, like The Life of Brian's not historically accurate, so who cares? But it's got to bring the laughs. It's just kind of not bringing the laughs. It's kind of like, hey, we're doing this. Okay, then do it. Like, do something super funny. Do a parody of The Last Supper, and here you got James McAvoy as a Roman telling him to walk across water, and I don't know, can he do it? Is it going to be? I mean, it's got new music, so there's that, I guess. But I usually am not big on movies that promote the music a little too hard, because that to me is usually an indication. Well, we got music, but what about the movie? Oh, yeah, that's there too, but there's music. So, I mean, there's gladiators in it. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. What is really kind of missing from this movie is the personality. I'm not feeling the personality of the characters. Like, The Life of Brian, even if you watch the trailer, the personality of Brian comes through. He's just kind of a hapless moron. This, I'm not sure what he is. He kind of comes off as a little scammy, but like he's not nailing that. Like, to me, he should be a total scam artist. If you're going to do something, do it right. Do it all the way. If this is a comedy, do it as a comedy. If he's a scam artist and he's going to scam, he's going to be Jesus, and he's going to use that to make a bunch of money, then, you know, let's have some upbeat scenes of him doing that. You kind of have some of it, but it feels very soft pedaled in this trailer. Go hard. You got to go hard in comedy. You got to go big and hard, so to speak. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm doing a comedy." Like, if you go to a stand-up comic and he comes out and says, "Hey," like, you got to have energy, delivering the jokes. I mean, it looks good. I'll say that. It looks like it was shot in Jerusalem. The cast looks okay. But let's, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do comedy blasphemy, do it. Do it big. Don't be apologetic. Don't try to say, "Oh, no, we're still cool with all the biblical stuff." I mean, that you can. I don't know how well that's going to work out, because I think the people who get pissed off about you doing extra stories of the Bible, let's say, going to be pissed off about this movie anyway. There's no way you can please them. They want something authentic, if they want anything at all from the movie industry. So, no sense appealing to them. Just go for it. Give us something funny. Like, I don't know, Chris Rock. Like Chris Rock funny. Kevin Hart funny. Like Kevin Hart as the character. Running around. "Oh, Jesus. I want to be Jesus." Like, Kevin Hart, I think, could deliver it. I'm not seeing that from your lead here. He seems very low energy. Oh, is this the guy he cures later? He's not doing the eyes in that scene. And here they're showing Jesus, but they're not showing Jesus. I don't know. This guy slaps him. I'm not sure who he's supposed to be. I mean, all the props are here. Everything's here but the comedy. It feels to me. I mean, you watch it. You tell me if it's funny. And when you say, "Well, it's unfair to compare it to Life of Brian," what the hell else do you compare it to? I mean, that's exactly what this movie feels like. Black version of Life of Brian. But, there's other angles. I can see it working. And again, in a comedy, you can cast everybody as black. It doesn't matter, as long as it's funny. But if it's not funny, then nothing matters in this movie, because who the heck's going to see it? It's probably the wrong time to do this movie too, because when they did The Life of Brian, at least it was at a time when people, still kind of religious. So yeah, there was a lot more people mad at it. There was a lot more people who knew the material. We're in an age now where a lot of people are just, "I don't go to church. I've never set foot in a church in my life." Are they going to even know what the hell the story is? A lot of people avoid this stuff like the plague now. Are they even going to know the story? I know it, but that's another problem too. But I mean, they know who Jesus is, I'll say, but do they know the details enough that you could get into it? And then I'm not seeing the details, so I guess that doesn't matter, but still not feeling it. Still not feeling the funny. Make it funny would be my advice. First act, I mean, it probably follows the story of Jesus. First act, your main character decides, "I'm going to be Jesus," to make a bunch of money. I guess. That's not even totally clear in the trailer. So he tries. At first it doesn't work. Then he does some fake miracles. Then more people show up. He starts making money. But then, like Jesus, they start going after him. And eventually, I don't know, McAvoy arrests him and then tells him he better walk on water. And then I assume he would either end up like Jesus, which would be a downer, unless it ends in a song like it did in Life of Brian, or, he escapes. He he somehow scams his way out of the execution, which could be funny too. Benedict Cumberbatch is in it too. Oh yeah, with James McAvoy and Benedict Cumberbatch. I assume they both play Romans. So, I mean, it's got to be funny. It's got to be funny. And if you're doing a comedy, if it's a comedy, it's so not funny as a trailer, I'm not sure if it's a comedy or not. And there's no data on it. So, I would say make it funny. It's the only way you're going to sell this thing. If it's not funny, then what is it? Is it a drama? Is it a historical fiction? Gotta know the material. Not really seeing the details, but okay. So, Book of Clarence coming out. Let's see. Only in theaters 2024. Film not yet rated. I don't know, man. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. If you can find a more based take, I say take it. I'll be at the Cherry Street Pier in Philly on Friday, 4 to 9, and Berwyn, PA at the Vintage Flea Market on Saturday, 9 to 4. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.